Hey guys, I want to talk about my hummingbird feeder that I made using a Coke bottle and a feeder base. And the top cap is an ant mode that I also fashioned myself too. A 12-ounce Coke bottle will work really good for this, or 16 or 20 ounce. I'm not familiar with every size, but somewhere in that neighborhood. I wouldn't get too big because it might you might have a harder time keeping up with keeping it filled with fresh nectar. I guess it would depend on how many hummingbirds that you might be having in your yard at the moment. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I put this thing together. I've got more daylight right now. I fashioned this brace kind of piece with some wire, and I wanted it to be a little bit jazzier. So I added some beads here and there, and I don't know what these are called. They're like little bead cages or something, but it was I think for the purpose of holding up the ant moat that I made. But you have to have something, because when it's tipped over, it's got to hang from something when you suspend it from wherever you plan on hanging it in your yard. And at the present time, I have this suspended about, I would say, 3 feet probably from the gutter, and it's in a pretty shady spot, which is what you also want to do. I might move it. I'm not sure if this is the best place yet. I think I'm going to put it on the side of on the front porch, because there's a big bush right behind it, and that kind of blocks some of the sunlight, so that would probably be better for keeping the nectar preserved a little bit, because if it's exposed to direct sunlight, the nectar in the could get what is the word, it could do something to it, make it kind of cloudy and nasty and all that. Now, when I first made this thing, I started off using a glass Coke bottle because I'm kind of nostalgic and I like those little pretty glass Coke bottles as I collect them. But the only problem, and you could probably use one of those small little 8-ounce classic, old-fashioned Coke bottles if you wanted, but the problem is the threads of the neck of the bottle do not really fit this feeder base I've got here. I think I used a different feeder base. I made it out of like a shallow margarine tub and painted it red, which is something I wrote about in a different post on my blog. But this is a lot easier. Something like this base here, because it's already red, and you pretty much it's a little bit tricky to clean. I don't know if I can show you from where I'm sitting, but you have to take it apart to clean it, but it's a little bit tricky, but you get the hang of it, because you have to pop out the lid in a different spot or something. But so anyway, this is my hummingbird feeder. I have not seen any today. Now, I've definitely seen them around. Like when I made this thing a few years ago, they definitely would come around. I wanted to get a picture of it, but those little boogers are so speedy. It's hard to capture them in a photograph or something. But anyway, I might move this. I haven't decided yet. I think it's in a good spot, because being kind of low, it would be a lot easier to change the nectar, which is what you're going to have to do periodically, because they're going to need fresh nectar, because it can get black or something else nasty could get in it pretty early on if they don't consume much of it. But the ant moat thing, I know I talked about in another video. That was a spray paint can turned upside down with a cork and 2 hooks and filled with water to keep ants out. And I didn't want to go over that again since I'd already covered that, but that's another thing you can do, especially something red. It doesn't have to be red, but just something you can fill with water. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.